Oh, Matt's calling me. Hello?
Did you get the Audi Q5?
No, I got something a lot better.
What did you get? Is that a Kia Seltos?
This is the Kia Seltos, the smallest, lightest, all-wheel drive SUV that Kia has to offer. And coming in at just under $23,000 US, it's also the cheapest. But is it an SUV in its own right, or just a better looking Kia Soul?
The Kia Seltos. I don't know about you, but when I get in a car, I either want pure performance or comfort. And this car has a little bit of comfort. I have heated seats, everything I touch is in leather. I don't have dual zone climate control, so my passenger is going to be a little uncomfortable. But overall, it's comfortable. It's not performant though.
So I guess Matt's gonna launch the car. Guess we'll wait here until he
All right, so I want to do a launch here. I'm going to put it in sport mode. Put it in, drive. All right, let's go.
It's going.
Oh, that's fast. Oh, I don't even reach 60.
That was about 40. Like Matt said, this car doesn't have a whole lot of performance. So let's talk about the comfort. This is an EX model, which means it's the only trim that has piano black interior. I'm okay with it. Matt doesn't like the design. It's pretty hit or miss. But I do want to talk about the road noise. We're on the highway right now, and it's loud. It's noticeable, and it's kind of annoying. So you're going to want to turn your music up a little bit. And with this car only having 6 speakers, it's okay. The stereo system is all right. It might not get as loud as you want it to, but the quality's there. Oh, and I forgot to mention the infotainment. I do not like it. Matt tells me he doesn't like it either. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is fantastic. But the main infotainment on here, it's confusing, it's weird, I just don't like it. I've never been a fan of buttons next to the screen, but that's just me being picky. Speaking further into the comfort aspect, this car does have a lot of the safety features that you would expect in a newer car. It doesn't have all of them. It doesn't have radar cruise control, for example, so it will not keep you a safe distance from a car in front of you. But the lane keep assist in this car, which is the system that will read the lines on the road and kind of steer slightly for you, is a lot better than certain other cars. For instance, in my Mazda, the lane keep assist kind of sucks. In this car, it almost steers for you entirely. Like right now, I mean, it's doing it. I'm having my hand on the steering wheel for safety purposes, but, take my word for it. That brings me to another point, because all these safety features aside, you still want to know how well it's going to fare in an accident. Clearly. It does have a 4-star crash test safety rating, which is alright for a compact SUV such as this car. Which means in the subject of compact SUVs, this thing will fare well against its rivals. It's comfortable, it's safe, and it's got a variety of the features that you would find elsewhere for a decent price. No, if I wanted you to turn off the car, I would have done it myself with a button. You don't have to do it every time I come to a stop.
Dylan has a very good point. The auto start stop feature on this car is terrible. I don't know why there's a trend in the market where every SUV has to have this auto start stop feature. It's the worst design in any vehicle. The starter goes bad all the time, and in this car specifically, it actually stalled on me. I was at a red light, I stepped on the gas, and the car just completely stalled. I stood there for 5 minutes looking like an idiot in this car, looking like I couldn't drive. And not only that, the little bit of gas it saves you, over time, you end up spending to fix the starter in this car. To fix the starter in this car, I actually called Kia, and they quoted me around $1,500. And if you're going to keep this car for 10 years, that's probably going to go bad on you maybe 2 or 3 times. I really hope they stop doing this feature. But let's talk about the engine. It's a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder, which does give you good gas mileage, about 26 miles to the gallon, or 10 bottles of maple syrup per moose if you're Canadian. So it is pretty gas efficient. The engine overall is a pretty good engine, and I know a lot of people out there are thinking it's a Kia, it's going to die on you about 70,000 miles, or if your starter goes out, you have to pull the whole engine out. And that is still true with this vehicle. While it hasn't stood the test of time, you know, the engine overall is behaving pretty well, so I wouldn't go too far in that direction. And this engine is bolted to a nice CVT transmission. It is a CVT, I know, it's not the most reliable, but it makes the car nice and smooth. It's 8-speed, which gives you the really nice efficiency up on the highway. So you get about 32 miles to the gallon. And then moving further down the drivetrain, this car is all-wheel drive, so you're never really going to get stuck in the snow.
Now that all-wheel drive system is actually pretty good. It uses a computer to dictate when it's going to use all of the wheels or if it's just going to use the back. Now that's awesome when you're off-roading. I better lock the rear diff here. Some pretty serious off-roading here.
I don't know what he's doing. This is the easiest off-roading I've ever seen.
But you can feel the computer dictating whether it's going to use all wheels and kind of grabbing on to find a spot. It uses its computer to dictate all that traction and get you right where you need to be. Then you simply put it in park and you're camping. It's got so much room back here that you could lay down and take a nap. So I shall.
What is Dylan doing? He's been in here for 20 minutes. Come on. Come on, Dylan. We still got more stuff to do. You're sleeping? All right, whatever. All right, since Dylan decided to take the rest of the day off by napping in the back of the Seltos, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the video by talking about the drive quality. The drive quality in this vehicle, it's pretty good. I'm filming. The drive quality is excellent. It's a little loud in here, like Dylan mentioned before, but the steering is electric, which is a little numb if you do want to kind of drive and feel the road. It doesn't really give much of a response back, but it gets me to where I need to be. I can point it, it goes in that direction, it's not delayed. It does stiffen up if you put it in sport mode. I know it's weird, this car has a sport mode, but once you put it in sport mode, the steering wheel does tighten up and the suspension becomes a little bit tighter. It being the EX model, you do get a lot of niceties in here. Everything I touch is leather. And it becomes, honestly, a really good dailyable SUV that you don't have to worry about getting stuck in the snow or stuck on a dirt road. It's a good car. It really is. So I'm gonna go ahead, wake Dylan up, and I guess he's already awake. I'm gonna make him do the exterior. All right, come on, I know you're awake. Come on. Jesus. Come on, we got stuff to do.
You know, you were right though. This has a lot of space for like camping and napping, all sorts of activities.
It does. You might not want to lay there.
Now, since I was rudely interrupted from my nap, let me walk you through the outside of this car, because I think it's very pretty. I'm going to start by the outside color, because it's a very pretty blue. Obviously, not all Seltos are going to be this Seltises. Not all Seltises are going to be this color, but the blue is beautiful. It reflects off the sun. It's got little crystals inside of it that make it look really nice. I don't like how high up it is though. You could fit 1,000,000 dogs between this wheel and this wheel arch, which is fine when you're off-roading, but I think it's ugly. There's not enough spacing between here and the color. It's just weird to me. Let's bring it around front. Now, like I said earlier, this one is the EX. So when it comes to the front, I know that it's got fog lights and halogens. When you go to the higher trim, you get the LEDs. It does, however, have LEDs here and across the top here, which I think looks amazing at night. We did tease that at the beginning there. It's just a beautiful car. Kia, over the past few years, has done something with their design team that has changed all of their cars, and it's beautiful. All of them. So, these are the wheels on the EX model. Very pretty, very standard. They're alloy, so it's good. The nice thing is that they are 17-inch rims, so it's a lot of cushion there for off-roading and things as such, which you can tell that we did, obviously, in our earlier shots because we're idiots. So, it's rugged, it's a Kia, so it's reliable, it's beautiful, it can go off-road, it's got space in the back, and it's comfortable. I don't know what else to say for a compact SUV. It's got everything you need. This is Autolab.